Hello, big beautiful world. Well, it's been a bumper crop this week, hasn't it? We've had Canada, we had the world update last week, we've had quite a few updates across a number of products, and we've had Ants Tiger Moth drop this week, and that's subject for a different day, but for now, this dropped this morning as well. And this is this. It's the Cessna 195, I'll go with 195. Business liner, 195, there you go. And it really smacks of 1940. What are you doing, Tom? Get out of the road. You too, Terry. Leave off. Really smacks of 1947, doesn't it? I actually think it might have even, the prototype might have flown before the war's end. But check those lines, ladies and gentlemen. They are really cool. Really cool. I know nothing about this puppy, so, and I'll reveal more once we're up in the air. Shut me up. Let's get flying. Grab your coffee and let's get up there. Alright, so I won't turn the head tracker on yet. Let us have a look. Okay, so it's really weird because I go to look around and of course I haven't got my eye tracker on. Let us, okay, so that looks good. Coming out a bit, not that far, so sensitive. Alright, so that's your alternator, that's the master. Fuel boost, okay, avionics, etc. So full mixture. Yep. Now, where is the fuel coming from? Oh, not there. I love that. There we go. That's looking more like it. Both on. Okay, I can deal with that. No, I don't know. Yeah, thank you for all the
clear, bro.
Alright, cool. See if she starts. She does. There's no doco for this, but as you can see, it's just really nice. Beautiful, straightforward. If a dummy like me can start it up without even thinking about it, then I do want to turn that blinking thing off. That, thank you. That really won. Now, let's get up in the air before I start rabbiting on. Alright. Toby. Let's get off the... Who have I got over here? So I've got Tom and Terry hanging for this smoko. They want me to get away so they can go off and have a bit of a ciggy, I won't name all the cigarette brands that we used to know and love. Allegedly. Okay, so we've got to do a Yui, folks. We've got to pull around. Okay, nice. Oh, there's another one there. No, there's the Booker Youngman. And unfortunately it's not doing aerobatics, but we can see that it is buried in the ground, and that's kind of just as funny in its way. For anybody who's new to my channel, you know that we like having a laugh at the behavior of the Booker Youngman, or Booker Youngman, the young man. I love the layout on this. I am gobsmacked, and I will reveal to you once we're up in the air. We'll go south, and then we'll cut over to the east. Oh, check this out! I haven't gone through all I don't know what all the Easter eggs are, but tell me that is cool. That's pretty cool. That's cool. That's really kind of weird. As is, mate, the old 2.1 surround sound system on the speakers. We've got another one up there. Oh yeah, don't know what that's all about. Sorry, it's just track IR cutting in. Okay, so we've got this weird situation there. That's alright, that's all good. In fact, sorry guys, I'm just going to do this. It's a bit better. I always have to give it the old double tap with Tobii Eye Tracker. All very good, all very good. Okay, so a bit of throttle, open her up. We got full mix, we got full prop. It's a nice variable prop on this from memory, so pretty sure it would have been. And there's our serial killer van disappearing off in the distance. All very good. Let's get her up there. ATC, what's ATC? Air regs, what's air regs? Forget about that. Have I got everything I need? I do. I think we're good to roll. Yeah, I love the beige and the caramel, and it's the only time you'll ever hear me say that, of the interior. So it's Carenado. Everybody knows that, you know, we all bang on about how beautiful they are, how beautiful the eye candy is. As long as it doesn't have the early Carenado kick, I'm happy. I'm happy. So hopefully, I'm expecting a lot of right rudder, but hopefully, I think there we go, a bit of right rudder kicking in. Okay. Nice. And we're off. And that feels like 1947, or what I imagine 1947 to feel like. That is really, really nice. A really lovely thing. I didn't even take off with flaps. Beautiful. I've got I'm trialing the DLSS 2, see how it behaves. So far no heartache. We're flying over in Canada, of course. We have to be, don't we? Yes, we do. And we are just going to, you know what, let's keep her there. Let us keep her there. Open up the throttle. Yeah, there is something different, I'll say that. I will say that. There's something a little different about the DLS's feel overall. Okay. Yeah, alright, beautiful. Let's take her over here. Just gonna head straight towards her. Yeah, so we're taking off out of Vancouver Island and we're heading off, I think ultimately the goal being to get down to Vancouver International. We'll see how we fare. Cut it back a bit, flaps up. I know you're not supposed to say Toastmasters would kill me for saying that, but then I am not the kind of guy to join Toastmasters. So, about this plane. Well, first of all, it's amazing looking. It's seriously cool lines. Look at that. Okay. Really, really gorgeous. Gorgeous lines. Really, I think it's a Jacob's donk. It's that kind of post-war knacker cowling. As you can see, it's a little bit bulbous, as Captain Beefheart used to so famously say. This puppy, the 190, 195 series, the business liner. I have a confession to make, ladies and gentlemen, and my confession is this. I don't know much about GA aircraft as a rule. I know quite a bit about the weird and wacky aircraft, especially from the Second World War period, but I'm by no means an expert on any aircraft really, and that is the truth of it. However, I am least of all an expert on this. I didn't know it existed until I had Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. and I'm kind of ashamed because it's probably one of the most, you know, Cessna wise, I knew the 150, I knew the one, you know, the 182, the 182 RT or R, the sports model. I knew the Bird Dog. I know the Push Me Pull You. I know, you know, Sky Masters and Sky Wagons. Everybody knows all this stuff, yeah. But I had no idea that this 190 to 195 family existed until a couple of years ago, and I had Flight Sim up and running, and you know, I think I might have bought the 150 or something. I forget what it was. But I ended up going down the YouTube rabbit hole looking at what this beast, what the 150 was all about, and that led me to this. And it was kind of, do you know this aircraft type thing? And I did not. I was ashamed because it is a gorgeous plane. Let's hop out once again to confirm and to reiterate that is a gorgeous plane. That's goddamn great looking aircraft. It's just beautiful, size wise, line wise. I want to show you something. Now I know it's very uncool to do this, but I'm just going to pop the flaps for a minute because they do act more like speed brakes. How amazing is that? There they are. So they don't run right along the trailing edge. They're actually buried in the wing. Just as a, you know, like a Douglas Dauntless speed brake, you know, any of those famous World War II dive bombers. So yeah, quite extraordinary. Oh, that took a bit of the wind out of our sails. Sorry, gang. I love it. I love it. I love this whole cream and caramel and beige and great look. Yeah, so the business liner, had no idea about it. I'm glad I did. There's some great YouTube footage of the real beastie up there. The thing I'm finding about this, flying this, is it actually feels kind of weighty and floaty at the same time, not unlike the Junkers 52 or the French crew, the guys who created the Catalina Canso, the BBY5 that you can get for freeware if you were watching the video the other week. And that's constantly being worked on. But it feels very much in that vein, floaty, but also regal. And as you can see, it's actually got a really cool clip, a really cool speed on it. So it cruises up around, let's get a bit of speed on. Cruises up around the 170 mark. I don't know where I acquired that. Certainly I acquired any knowledge. In fact, I really wasn't expecting this. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, but I am impressed because, like I said, to me it's a truly beautiful aircraft. And I think I mentioned I did buy the DH-82 from Ant as well, up on Sim Market, and I'll be flying. That's an aircraft for another story. You know, with the way I tend to make bollocksy stories up, there's a few places I want to fly the Tiger Moth. Partially because I've been up in one and all around Sydney. And there's no better way if you're ever around Sydney. In fact, I don't think it's flying out of Camden anymore. I think it's actually flying, I don't know if it is still flying up in Newcastle or somewhere, up in the central coast of New South Wales or maybe a bit further north. I imagine it's still flying because they're incredibly sturdy aircraft. The thing that when you hop into a Tiger Moth, your immediate impression is, wow, this thing's frail. But when you're barrel rolling and hammerheading up at around 3,000 feet above the skies of Camden or Lake Burragorang and so on, you think, wow, this thing's indestructible. And both views are technically correct. De Havilland built some incredible aircraft, and in fact here in Australia we've still got the DH-82s. We've got a couple of Dragons, or at least one Dragonfly, I think, still running. And you know, the DH-89, 90, with that beautiful same tailplane, that elegant de Havilland tailplane that was there even during World War One. The Dragon is, there's been some tragic accidents in those ones, especially here in Australia. I think we've lost maybe 3 in the past 25 years, which is a great shame because beautiful, an incredibly beautiful biplane, right up there in terms of aesthetics with the Beech 7 and Model 17 stagger wing and so on and so forth. So this is Canada. Now, of course, it's autumn over there. I do have the Rex AccuSeason loaded up. And there are certainly variations on the greenery, which is really nice. But autumn obviously isn't in full swing yet. So I'll come back in a few weeks and hopefully we'll see the colours changing. Now, don't ask me where I think we are. I know we are heading down towards Vancouver, but I know I should look at the map because otherwise I'll be here all night bashing your ear off with my gas bagging. That being said, I'm just going to head a bit further south. I'm really enjoying flying this. I love it. I just love laying out. Sorry about that clippage, but yeah, I'm really okay. Don't know why we've got quite a bit of drag there. I'm just trying to come off the stick now so I can look around without having to worry about the throttle, or I can't be bothered APing it. Autopiloting it. Okay. Yeah, this DLSS12. You know, I know why, because it come off the throttle so heavily. I'm thinking I'm going to keep it for a while. I might go back to the TAA anti-aliasing at some point, but I want to give this one a fair crack now that it's been introduced. And it seems to be alright. It seems to be fine. It's a bit better. Oh, no, why? Yeah, Toby eye tracker is still tends to recenter the positioning once in a while. So I need to, forgive me, I need to, okay, so let's try that now. And that looks a little better, so. You know what, I can live with that. Just going to do a big circle around here. Big donut, aerial donut. We'll see what we got. Okay, yep. You know what, let's just follow the road down, see where we go, eh? And if we see an airfield, we'll pluck it down. Yeah, I don't know. So I won't be eating for a week because I actually spent the month's budget on these 2 aircraft. Actually, I said that only partially in jest because we've been smashed for bills this month, so I really feel guilty about acquiring both this and the Havilland Moth, even though they're a more than reasonable price for both of them, obviously for different reasons. If you want the consummate slow and low, grab the DH82 in a heartbeat. If you want this elegant puppy, which, like I said, with a cruise of 170 mph, it's not to be sneezed at, that's for sure. And again, really good price. I really like. I'm not sure what prompted the Carenado price drop, and they've never been really expensive add-ons. And you do get a lot of bang for the buck, obviously. Like I said, I haven't really even explored any of the eye candy or the Easter eggs in this puppy outside that window, which I find tremendously good. But this texturing, I don't know about you cats, but it's taken me there, that's for sure. Like I said, it's given me all that 1947 love, and give ourselves some juice, eh? one. Let's go a bit reasonable. Yeah, really, really darned impressive. I've got to tell you, because like most of you cats, I'm an office schlepper. I work in an office and grind away, but this week, for some reason, this month-end week has been real tough. So hopping into the flight sim was a blast, especially when you got Canada and you got some cool new aircraft. You know, growing up, it's like any of you guys who have, or ladies and gentlemen who have attended education courses, all for the sake of corporatization, and I won't say drinking the Kool-Aid necessarily, but sometimes it certainly feels like that. Some days, let's face it, let's be honest, but while we're all up in the cabin and no one can hear us, you know, some days, even words like education or accountability, they seem to have taken on an alternate reality through our day job, and I am just grateful to be out of that wire. I'll trim out a bit. Let's trim out. Okay, so the trim's really kind of sensitive on this. My hands off. What are you going to give me, kid? What are you going to give me? Okay, so no gentle porpoising. Now I'm imagining it's going to be Vancouver over ahead of us. And as with all of these things, my flight is probably going into overtime, but I don't care. You know, some days it's all about me, really, isn't it? So, what else is on the horizon? I don't know. We've only just gotten this, and it's kind of a weird feeling, isn't it? We're like Charlie in the lolly shop, in the sweet shop, let alone in the Willy Wonka's factory. We have so many spoiled for choice moments on a day-by-day, week-by-week basis. And in fact, again, confessions time, I'm going to tell you, I've been hanging for the world update and the tech update, because over 2 years I've grown used to be fed once a month, and it's kind of like that last month has been a real drag, especially, like I said, when you add some really frustrating times at work or whatever, and you got the bills rolling in, and you're just thinking, oh man, I need my fix of somewhere new and cool to go in flight sim land in a cool new aircraft. So, entirely apropos that this has all landed today. I'm glad. Entirely apropos that the Tiger Moth landed this week. I am glad. Looking forward, even before the paint is dry on this one, for the 40-year anniversary update, like everyone else. I am glad, especially, and I don't think we've got the Comet, of course, the DH-88 Comet that dropped the other week, which is my favourite aircraft at the moment. And again, that famous, for anyone who notices the lines on these things, that famous de Havilland tail on it, beautiful swept tail and rudder. So you're okay. I don't know, actually, I'm going to break the immersion for but a moment, gang. I'm going to Alt F3 and invoke the colors. Okay, so because of the recent update, I am going to, yeah, it's knocked out as it does. I forgot to do all the resets. So these are the native colors. Normally I'll modify it a little bit to just for me to I like a little more contrast. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I must admit I do like a little more contrast, and sky is probably a little too bleachy for me. But I'll poodle about after this. I won't waste everyone's time more than I'm already doing. God knows I'm pretty good at that. Okay, so I just saw a bit of landscape pop up then. Slipping off. Okay, so we're still... Is that any better? No, it really chucks me right back. I'm going to do something here. That. Okay, so let's see if that works any better. So Toby eye tracker, you come good for a while and then you kind of push me back and back. Because could be because I wear goggles. I wear specs or something. Not sure. But I will win you over, Toby eye tracker. Let's just put it down there. Looks like an airfield to me. Airfield. How 1947. Well, you know, we're up in a 1947 aircraft, aren't we? So, makes perfect sense. Let's just plonk it down. I imagine this is Vancouver International. If I'm wrong, well, they can arrest me. I should fly about over here to see what it all looks like. But you guys can all do that. You've got the download. You know what you're doing. I just wanted to just rabbit on for half an hour or so. Probably a bit longer actually, just straight. And all I showed you was a bit of ocean. Sorry. Okay. Let's I reckon we should be right to come straight in. Now, there we go, there's a bit of a clip up. So again, nice speed. Just going to pull it back on the throttle. Didn't even poodle about with the mixture on this or the prop too much to get it going. I just wanted to get up there, grab it on, get it out of my system, and now we can all go back to sleep. But Canada is cool. Did I give you the BJ Snowden lyrics? I think I did. You know, I don't have to suffer alone anymore. Okay, that kind of... This is where I'm still on the fence about the whole DLSS-12. That kind of looks a little too brutalist for my liking, and maybe a little too post-apocalyptic somehow. So please tell me Vancouver doesn't look like that. You get closer, it starts to look better. It starts to evolve. That looks cool. But back there it actually looked a little too lumpy. Alright. Who knows? Who can say? Yeah, it's nice and floaty, it's graceful, it's regal. She's a big enough bird, that's for sure. And like I said, I'm ashamed that in all my years of loving aircraft, I never even knew of the 190, 195's existence. You know, shame on me. Shame on me. But that's a bit gorgeous. And the other thing, of course, is you know, the rumpled skin texturing. Just really quite incredible. I want to put it down on here. I could have gone straight ahead, but no. Because doing things the easy way is not something that I'm good at. No. Okay, bit of stutter. Now this, I'm going to blame, this could be any number of things. Okay. That's a shame. That is a shame. So it could just be caching in. Looks like it. Let's put it down before I cause too much heartache at the rate we're going. Come on, Bubba. Talk to me. Now, I really actually shouldn't have gone gung-ho on the DLSS, because now I'm going to have to do this again in TAA to see if it's the update or if it's the actual DLSS behavior. That's alright. I will try it, and I won't harass you people any more than I already have. This day, you get a 24-hour reprieve or something. So it's still pretty much well above the speed line, so I just want to bring it back. Drop it down. Yeah, the note's a little, I'm not sure if the note's a little generic. I'm not sure if that's a Jacob's donk or not, but you know what, I'll take it. It is a little soft, but this thing probably really was built for keeping her off, 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 keeping her off. Come on, kid. See what I mean about really kind of just really there we go. Come on, kid. Okay. Look, you know, I'll take it. We've got the bounce in, but I'll take it. Sure, I'll take it. Alright, so back on the stick. Gentle on the brakes, and let us get her off the runway before some big bad meanie comes and collects me. Nice wide runway, that's for sure. Okay, so, well, it's an international, so I imagine that's pretty much why. Flying wire? Yeah. Okay. And we'll take her off. Alright, cool. Get her off over there. There we go. Yeah, that'll do us. Alright, we're out of harm's way. Alright, so you've seen it. You see the textures. You've had a squiz on the outside. If you're into it, go grab it. In fact, like I said, I think they're both a steal for the price, really. And again, I'm genuinely grateful to to all of them for this Willy Wonka moment. I'll, you know what? I'm going to do the unthinkable. Pull up right here, plonk the brakes on, because I'm now staging a protest. We need more Canada in this world. Right, big beautiful world. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll catch you later. Ah, that's good. Bye.